back to the forge. So as you saw, I was fluxing up a piece of cable. I'm going to try to do some cable Damascus. And Dragonstone Gem and Ironworks, along with the Sprinkled Donut Forge, James Duncan, and apparently a Randy Mills, are doing a family or blacksmith family tree. And we are supposed to develop our own leaf for this tree, however we want to do it. And so I'm going to, because I've got to be difficult and make things hard on myself, I'm going to try to do a cable Damascus leaf. And I think I'm going to do more of a maple leaf shape than the single-bladed leaf, just because I've got to be difficult. And part 2 of this is going to be me trying to actually do a touch mark of sorts on it. And I will leave you wondering what I've got in mind to make life even more difficult on that. So here we go. One of the things that I have found that I have to do if I'm doing cable by myself is that I can't seem to get a good enough first weld otherwise, and that's probably not hot enough. So we are going to flux this some more and send it back around again. All right, so we have definitely got enough heat that we've got a weld there. That hurt. Well, you should probably wear a glove on both hands, except I don't like wearing a glove when I'm hammering because I feel like I can't hold and control the hammer as well. So instead I just burn my hand. What else is new, right? All righty. When in doubt, there needs to be more flux. Flux is the answer to everything, isn't it? All right, so that is back in the fire. We're gonna probably start having to use tongs to hold that soon. It's getting a little warm. All righty. All right, so that's looking pretty good. Happy with that. And let's see. Yeah, that should be good. And we are going to cut that. We don't need a huge amount lengthwise. Good start on that fold. I think we're going to have plenty of material, so we should be in good shape. All right, that should be nice and hot again. Do another round here. Oh yeah, that looks good. All right, so I think the next thing I want to do is lop that off there so that I have less to work with, easier to control. Then I need to start spreading that out for the leaf. Alrighty, so, look at this, good spot. And I don't need all of this. All right, so, kind of thinking about this, I think I'm gonna regret it, but I'm gonna try to cut off just some of these, and that will theoretically leave me some for a stem. So this actually might be working reasonably well. I've got these little bits and pieces here obviously falling off. Let's see what happens here. So that's some of it out of the way. I think we can weld the rest back together into something of a stem. All right. Now I don't really care how much of this I lose because I'm gonna probably get rid of a whole bunch of it anyway. Get some flux on it. See if we can make something happen with this without wasting too much time. Alright, so this is looking good. You will see on a lot of the blacksmith channels, they weld ends and whatnot, and it's because of that stuff right there. But because of what I'm doing and how I plan to do it, I'm not too concerned about that. But we do need more flux because you can never have too much flux when you don't know how to weld. This is going well for the moment, knock on wood. Let's do another round. And so as I work my so-called stem down, I am going to run it mostly at welding temperatures to help keep it from wanting to split off. And I'm going to get it just a little bit smaller so I can grab it easily with the tongs. All right, I think that'll work. I think that's far enough. We are going to start heating this back up. Maybe heat up a little in here to get this fixed because I've got a little bit of a split right there, it looks like. We'll get this spread out, and we're going to spread it out this way, really in all directions, so we can cut our leaf out. One of the things I need to start doing, I want to make sure I don't draw too far this way and I'm drawing out that way. So we're going to switch back over to our cross peen, and that should help a little. But once again, as always, to keep fluxing this, and the reason is that I want to make sure as I go, if anything starts to open up, it basically gets closed as it goes. Or at least that's the theory. And I think we've walked a bit with our anvil here, so. Get that a little bit more center frame, there we go. So we're back. I don't know how much I missed because I apparently filled up my memory card, but I do want to get this stem area done up a little bit more. And as I consider things, I think we're gonna end up having to fold this one more time. Yeah, I think it's a little better because we are getting awfully rectangular, and I think we need to be much more square. So we're gonna go ahead, thin this out a little more and see what it gets us. So that's pretty good. I'm reasonably happy with that. I think we can get our maple leaf more or less out of this. Might have to do a little tweaking. I'd like that to be thinner, but I'm not sure the best way to do that yet. So we're going to figure it out. All right, so I think I'm going to go ahead and cut that off and draw that out a little. Draw that out and make a little loop with it eventually. But we're there. We're getting there. All right, so looking pretty good. I've got a little bit of a hook there, and I'm pretty happy with the thickness. I'm going to put a little bit of borax to try to clear up the surface, and then let it cool down. I think that's about all we have left to do on it. Cut it out, and we're good. Okie doke, one last scrub down here. And we're going to let this cool off. Shut down the forge, get a tracing on there. Okay, probably a little too dark for this, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. So, I don't know if you can hear me. I may have to do a voiceover on this. If I do, I do. But here is the plan. So the plan here is that we're going to do that. Can't really see. That's fine. But we're going to do this up. I think I'm going to take this and cut this up on the bandsaw for the final shape. I'm going to redo that a couple times until I'm happy with it. But that is part one of my leaf. Part two will be getting it polished up and doing my quote-unquote touch mark. Thanks for watching, and look forward to seeing you on the next segment, and hopefully it won't be much more than a couple days or a week at the most to get to it.